Alrighty, Libra, let's begin. So, themes for the next couple of days in regards to love. So there is regret, but someone does want to fix a problem, and there's someone's asking for guidance. You might be asking for guidance. Someone else might be asking for guidance. Someone does want to fix something that's broken. Maybe you do too, and there's regrets. On their end, to illuminate what's happening for them with the Illumination Oracle deck, we have secret and fear, but then determination. I love this determination card because it says I can't do it, but the sticky note is folded to say I can do it. Libra, you need to know that this person is determined to move forward and to get through difficult situations. But they do keep secrets and they have a lot of fear. They may secretly be afraid, but they're still determined at this time. I think, Libra, that you've maybe kind of given someone an ultimatum. I also think that maybe you got some kind of a win recently. Either you might have been fighting with this person or something else might have happened that, there might have been something else happening in your life that you just got a big win, because it looks like someone's a winner here and you're walking away, I think. I think you miss this person, but you're going to hold your line. You're not going to move a goalpost for this person or anybody else right now. But what you want to say about this person is, I'm missing you, but withholding, and you're trying to balance the situation out. Holding on. You're holding on, they're holding on, someone's holding on. They want to make plans for renewal and intimacy. Okay. So it seems like right now, Libra, as much as you miss this person, you're holding back. And I suspect that you're doing that because you think it's what you have to do to balance out this situation. You're missing them or you're missing someone. Everybody's holding on. I feel like everyone's guard is up with the Nine of Wands coming out. And there's regrets, Five of Cups. Someone's all trapped in their head. And yet Spirit's like, I'm still trying to bring the two of you together. For some of you, this is very much about working something out with someone. But I think that for others of you, you may just need to kind of coexist with this person, because when I was getting this reading ready, if I'm moving decks off of the table that I don't want to use, and I pick up a deck and a card flips out of it as I've been preparing to read for that sign, Spirit wants that message to come out for that sign. And I was moving the Wisdom of the Tao Volume 2 off the table, and I was going, okay, I have to read for Libra, 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 and this card fell out. So I think some of you need to hear this message. It's about coexisting. Coexist at this time. Try to cease complaints and work as a team instead of working against each other. You will breed unnecessary stress and pressure if you expect others to think or behave like you do. Try to be empathetic, trying to understand where this person's coming from. Doesn't mean that you have to be okay with where they're coming from. Just try to understand where they're coming from, because it says everyone has a role to play. So for quite a few of you, the greater theme of this relationship is needing to work as a team instead of against one another. There could be a lot of unnecessary stress and pressure because one of you thinks that the other one should see something from their point of view. That's called projection, and it's also kind of narcissistic. And we do this narcissistic thing all the time. Many of us do. You don't have to be a full-blown narcissist to have this narcissistic thing where we just want everyone to think and feel exactly the way we think and feel. It is somewhat narcissistic. So try not to do that. Recognize when someone else might be doing that to you. Watch out for projection. Try to be empathetic, because everyone has a role to play and everyone has been playing a role in this. Think about the role that you've been playing in this. I think that you are thinking a lot about it right now, Libra, because one of your animal archetypes right now in regards to this situation is the swan. Of course, Libra, ruled by Venus, is the swan. We have this way of always wanting to look good on the surface. Meanwhile, we're like paddling like a crazy little duck underneath and nobody knows it. You're very serene right now. I also think that the first house is a thing for you right now. It seems like with the swan coming out, you do care very much about how other people see you and what first impression you give. But I also know that with the Swan coming out, you feel like you need to spend some time alone so that you can do a deep dive. The Swan is about doing a deep dive and doing a lot of personal reflection. You're wanting to be serene and calm so that you can go off by yourself and really do self-reflection. The Hermit is here as well, and I think it's for this person, but you might have some Hermit energy as well. Also, Beaver came out. It's really for you about being able to feel comfortable in your own skin and knowing where you call home. The Beaver is very focused on hearth and home, maybe family and children. Feeling comfortable in your own skin, feeling like you're working on something and building something that will be sturdy, stable, and stand the test of time. So you're ready to work at something, but only if it makes you feel like you can be yourself. The Beaver seeks to be able to be completely authentic and be its true self. So I think you're going to keep working on something for yourself. You just mostly just really want to feel comfortable in your own skin. You want to feel like you feel safe and comfortable. You're trying to figure out what that is. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, Fire Ants is down here. The two of you could work together, but it might be difficult to get along. But Ant Spirit reminds us that we're stronger together. One ant all by itself isn't very strong, but you've seen what ants can do together, right? By the thousands. So it might be quite a bit of a team effort, but people might be quite literally antsy and a little fiery and quick to get angry. Also, there might be a lot of people involved for some of you, and that's complicating things more. This person's energy as well, their animal archetypes are hyena and elk. Well, I like hyena and elk both very much. Hyena, though, I identify with this archetype quite a bit. It can be a little bitter and snarky. You know, it's like John Constantine walking out into the rain and lighting a cigarette and being like, well, at least it's raining outside. It's a person that uses humor to diffuse situations. They can be a bit of a smart aleck or a smart ass. They have a little bit of a Donnie Darko side sometimes. But hyena is also very creative and very tribal and very communal. This person has a shadow trait sometimes of laughing off their own feelings and struggling to take themselves seriously sometimes. Like, humor is great, but like, take yourself seriously and take this situation seriously. I am getting the sense right now, when I look at this reading in the cards, that this person might be, I'm feeling a bit of bitterness and irritation off this person. They can be passive aggressive. They struggle to connect to their own feelings. They do have quite a bit of a polarity to them at times for themselves. They polarize themselves. However, they are coming out as elk as well. And I have the King of Pentacles here. And I often feel like elk and deer in this deck are like the King and Queen of Pentacles, but also the Emperor and the Empress. This person has a very grounded side, a very practical side, definitely has it in them to be a good mother or father or parent or leader. Very regal. This person has it in them to be very regal. But this person's very traditional. They like to be a provider as well. But they can also be a bit stubborn and a bit my way or the highway. This person might be a little patriarchal as well. Yeah. Not always great at communication is elk. It always reminds me of Bambi's father, you know, in the movie Bambi. He said like 2 lines in the whole movie, but then we got a sequel in the 80s or 90s where Bambi's dad talked a lot and it was really cool. But it's not Bambi 2, it's Bambi 1, where it's like just very stoic and a person of few words, but they mean what they say and they say what they mean usually. I also think this person does not want to be seen as weak. This person struggles to connect to their own emotions sometimes. And there's something difficult happening between the two of you. I suspect that for a few of you, there's, like I said, there's multiple people involved. So you have to take it as it resonates for you. The energy of the person coming towards you or around you is coming out as the King of Pentacles. The way someone's feeling about you is the Eight of Swords, which is a shame because you're being seen as the sun. And this person sees you as like something really, really happy. And we have the Ace of Cups here. So this could be a person that you're trying to start a new cycle of love or start a new cycle where you have an open heart chakra with them and they have an open heart chakra with you. Could be a brand new relationship. It's also possible that this person sees you like moving on to someone else. You know, maybe you're falling in love with someone new and they're not sure how to feel about that. In a general sense, Libra, there's something intimidating about your optimism, which is a bummer. It's almost as if this person's afraid to be optimistic at this point. And you need to know that about them. What you need to know, or your advice, is the Four of Wands. This is some sort of missing piece, an answer that someone may need. But the final outcome is the Eight of Cups, somebody walking away. They're mad about something. I don't know if it's directed towards you or not. We're definitely doing an extended reading because I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. Then again, when we do general readings and we're hearing the energy of thousands of people, it can be confusing. Doing general readings on YouTube kind of gives me vertigo, but I love it. I can't stop. So with this King of Pentacles, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Perhaps they have that Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn somewhere in their chart. It's coming out very strong right now. This is a very elk person. God, I love this King of Pentacles. Look at him with his hair and his beard and his like massive dog. Looks like a sweetheart, actually. That's a nice looking King of Pentacles. This person is laid back and relaxed. I'm hearing that this person may have some Native American heritage, tribal heritage. They're a very laid back and relaxed person. They're not too interested in impressing a lot of people all the time. They just want to impress themselves, I'm hearing. And they do want to be the person holding the coin. They do want to be grounded and responsible at their best. But clarifying this is the Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oof. So this person, or the situation with this person as it stands, is like it's anybody's game now. Like anything could happen at this point with the wheel. When they're up, they're up. When they're down, they're down. It's like there could be an expansion and then there's a contraction, and an expansion and a contraction. And it's these cycles that are playing out. And there's been a lot of pessimism and heartbreak. There could have also been maybe a health issue. There's pessimism and heartbreak, and the Ten of Wands, it's just like, this person's going through heavy cycles. Maybe the two of you have been going through heavy cycles. I get the sense that this person is stoic. They struggle to ask people for help. Maybe you haven't known what to do, but we do have an ask for guidance card now and a desire to fix what's broken. This person's been going through this cycle for quite some time, or maybe the two of you have. It's been disappointing. Ten of Pentacles, but it could have been about marriage and serious commitment. Someone might be sad about losing stability, losing that karmic empire. Could be maybe divorce or just sadness about money. And again, that overall financial stability. King of Pentacles will care very much about the coin. Maybe perhaps you had a lot of stability with them at one point, or they had a lot of stability. But when they think about this whole situation, now keep in mind, this could be the way you feel about them. You have to take it as it resonates for you. And use discernment, use your brain. Don't try to make it fit if it's not your story. You know how it goes. Eight of Swords. This is a great Eight of Swords, because if you look at the real person, they're not all tied up, but when they look in the mirror, they think they are. God, we could go on and on about that forever, right? Not solution focused. Every time they try to think about something, they just get all wrapped up in their head. Maybe you do too. Clarifying, this is the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hermit. There could be a Virgo involved. There could also be a young air sign involved. Could be an adult child or a teenager that someone's maybe worried about. That's not happening. This Knight is simply an action. Also, so for some of my masculines, like this might be you. Like maybe you've got this fantastic like Virgo moon or something like that. Or you're trying to be really grounded and practical and stable, and it's just difficult for you right now. Like you're feeling like life is not turning up roses for me these days, okay? And the masculine might really want something to change quickly. He's starting to feel like, oh, I need to do something quick. It's making him feel impulsive. It's making him or you feel insecure. Of course, not everyone here is a Libra feminine. Thinking quite a bit about the past, waiting for something to happen here, and just mulling it over in their head, mulling it over, mulling it over. I think this person does, like I said, that polarizing energy with the hyena and the elk, where they think about moving quickly and being impulsive. But the hermit is like, no, no, we don't do crazy things. So they're not quite sure what to do here. Meanwhile, you're just looking like a barrel of happiness because this person sees you as the sun. Happy, love, totally connected to the inner child, Leo energy. Maybe some of you are with a Leo now. Or that Leo activation, the happy inner child, the glass is always half full. I mean, this is the most positive card in the deck. Clarifying this is justice. There you are, the Ace of Cups and the Sun. Now, if you have just entered into this person's life, trust me when I tell you, Libra, that you bring balance to their world, you open their heart chakra, and you're also a breath of fresh air to them. But they might be kind of holding themselves back. They may see you as an opportunity to have healing and happiness and love and optimism and, marriage even with justice, perhaps. Or perhaps it's also possible that they see you moving on in some way. They're not mad 100% right up until they realize they've maybe lost you. So if you've moved on to a happy new cycle in your life and you've left some person behind that has a lot of Virgo traits and overthinks the shit out of things, this is going to maybe be difficult for them if you've moved on. Here's what you need to know, or your advice. And I heard missing piece. The Four of Wands, this is about stability. This might be about a home or the foundation of a relationship. It could also be something, for whatever reason, I'm really seeing this tent. I know that they're in the desert. This looks very Burning Man or a camping trip. I'm hearing that for a very few of you, a person might not be able to afford a home right now or a stable life, barely. So some of you need to know that someone will have slow progress towards a stability and getting over a consciousness of lack. That could be you, that could be them. But the Four of Wands is about a foundation of a relationship, mostly. Clarifying this, though, is the Six of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles is always looking back over its shoulder. Something that I think you need to know about this person, Libra, is that they need stability in their life more than anything. And so do you. We all need that hearth and home stability. This person struggles to step outside of a comfort zone and make quicker changes in their life. And they may have quite the consciousness of lack that they actually struggle to let go of and move on from. Because why would we stay connected to the Five of Pentacles, which is maybe barely making ends meet, barely holding on, not feeling very good about the self? There's resources there to be accessed so that someone can get help, but often the Five of Pentacles is about person or people who are too proud to ask for help. They don't want to ask for help, or maybe they have asked for help and they haven't gotten it. Someone does feel left out in the cold here. But it's slow and steady wins the race. It's not going to feel sexy for this person, but they might be okay. You're going to be okay, they're going to be okay, but no one's really feeling abundant and no one can really move forward quickly. This person, you may deal with a person who struggles to get out of a comfort zone. I'm hearing that this person needs to make some changes about maybe the way they work, the way they make money, the way they handle money. And we can only really use the tools that we're given, and there could be a struggle for this person. They don't have the tools. But the final outcome was the Eight of Cups. So someone's leaving something behind and walking away. And I think that this is kind of erupted out of nowhere. Because with the Eight of Cups, clarifying it is the Moon, the Five of Swords, and the Tower. It's possible that this person is maybe imagining worst case scenarios, like they're afraid you're mad at them, you're going to blow up at them, you're going to leave them and start something new. This person might be really terrified that you're just going to say, screw this and screw you, end your money problems. I'm done. I'm out of here. They may also think that you get the last word in an argument. They might be very mad as well, but watch out, because when the Five of Swords and the Tower come out, ooh, that could be bad. Fighting or something really changing quickly. in almost a violent way, mentally, physically. Someone may be making some pretty big threats, at least in their mind. But when the moon comes out with this card combination, it's concerning because we're being angry and explosive with a lack of clarity. This person might be imagining that you're gonna erupt and be angry and leave them. You may have won some kind of a battle though here and walked away because you're looking happy. And you might be the winner. Like when I get Justice and the Sun and the Ace of Cups, I think that maybe something happened recently or will happen where you're like, I win. I win, asshole. I win. And they don't 100% understand that because the moon is here. Or it's like this person wants to walk away from their lack mentality and their mindset. Like they've been doing this for a while. Pessimism, carrying all the burdens. It's almost like this person has chosen to make their own life harder. A masculine is choosing to sort of make their life harder because of the choices that they make. I think they've been impulsive in the past with the Knight of Swords and they remember that. And now they're like, oh, no. Ask for guidance. Learn from your mistakes. Because if they want to get something going with you, they've really got to make a change. And they don't know how, Libra, because their overall energy is death. That's Scorpio, the Three of Swords again, and the moon again, Pisces, Cancer. They are very emotional. There could have been a Scorpio or a Pisces involved, and they're still not over whatever the hell happened there. Something may have ended very tragically for this person. For others, it will be less tragic, but it's tragic for them, and they're emotional about it, and they're pessimistic, and they're heartbroken, and they're sad. For some of you, this person might be older because the Hermit is here. They may be unwell. They may be physically unwell. They may even be contemplating their own death, their own age. For some of you, that might be happening. But something has ended here, like they're working through some kind of an ending, and they're confused about it. Things are not as they seem. This person's struggling to figure out how they feel. But I wanted to know what the moon was, and I got the Empress, the Ten of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Well, this may be you. So for some of you, you're dealing with a person that maybe like you're this breath of fresh air in their life and they really want to be with you, but they want to be with you. They want to choose you. They want happiness with you. All of that, the emotional stability, that wonderful Empress energy. If it's a feminine, she's looking for where she can have that. She may have just lost a mother or a mother figure. There could be another Libra or a Taurus involved here. Someone's mother may be involved, but I'm kind of getting that it's mostly like someone really wants something to be different in their lives, and they're willing to do quite a bit in order to start a new cycle with you. But for others of you, something ended between you and this person. Something needs to transform so that they can have this emotional stability with you. They need to take themselves more seriously. And again, you need to know that they are determined, but they're afraid, and they've got these secrets. I'm going to be clarifying this secrets card in the extended. We'll see what it is they really want. So if something's ending between the two of you, they want something similar to you moving forward, but something needs to maybe change and transform in their life so that they can come into alignment with you. I think they're hanging on here. Meanwhile, you're like, okay, I'm watching, I'm listening. That's how you see yourself, the Page of Swords. I'm here to listen, but I'm not going to make any guarantees until I get more information. You might also be a little paranoid about the things you hear. You're keeping an eye on this person. Your feelings are the Four of Pentacles. So I've been noticing a lot of dynamics about the Five and the Four of Pentacles coming out in a lot of my readings lately. General readings, private readings, where it's like, if we're feeling a consciousness of lack, like we're barely making it, this is the response, which is to be careful with our resources, our literal resources in the 3D plane, like money and assets and what we have, and also our emotions as well. There's something you're not willing to let go of, but stability is so important to you right now with this 4 and another 4, the 4 of Cups. You don't know what to think about all this. Sometimes you need a minute to think about it. Right now, you kind of need a minute to feel about it. You're not willing to do anything different. When I wanted to know what the 4 of Cups was, I clarified it and I got the 10 of Wands, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, here he is. If you're dealing with this masculine, it's like you don't quite know what to feel or think about this situation. It's kind of overwhelming. I can't tell if the two of you want to come together or get away from each other. For a few of you, this is a marriage of convenience and you're staying together for financial reasons. That's going to happen for a while. And you're having these little battles here and there, and they're all triggered because they think you're moving on. And you're like, I mean, I want to move on, but him and his financial stuff, did this guy get into some kind of a financial hurt? Or did you get into some kind of a financial hurt here? Like, you're just not quite sure what to do about all this. It's overwhelming, it's stressful, it's shocking. There's this massive shift. Someone might be thinking about moving, relocating. Some of my masculines need to know that there may be a feminine around you or a feminine in someone's life that is very interested in money. For my Libra masculines that have been in a caretaker role, I think you've had just about enough of this. I think you've had just about enough. You don't know what to do. And everyone's like hanging in there. And Spirit is trying to like help you make the right choice, help this person make the right choice. I think that you both want this situation to improve, but quite a bit will have to be worked through here with the 5 of Swords and the Tower. Someone may say something and say their piece and leave. For others of you, I think that you want this person's life to improve, but you know that there's not a whole lot you can do. It's like Spirit is trying to bring the two of you together, but you're like, I don't know that I'm ready for this. I don't know that they're ready for this. Like, things need to change. Quite a bit of turmoil might have to be gone through just to get to this wonderful new cycle. So I am going to do an extended reading to clarify stuff about this person a little bit more deeply. I am going to clarify what like the secrets and the fear are, what they're determined to do. Right now, though, you do need to try and coexist. Everyone has a role to play. Make sure you're playing a role that brings out the highest version of yourself, Libra. I think this person struggles to be the highest version of themselves right now in some way. They're not really able to see how the cycles they play out keep leading them to the same place like every time. And the way to break a cycle might be to tap into your optimism here, but you can't really share that optimism and that happiness and that balance and that fairness with an open heart chakra with this person if, you know, they're afraid and they keep secrets. Some of you do need to hear, and I'm going to let this go and then record the extended, that money may be tight for a while. I also think that some of you need to hear that you're going to win some kind of a battle, or you will have to like duke it out or fight it out, really like conflict, loss, and change just to make something really change. Just make sure you know what it is that you want to change before you take action, because once you pick up your sword, you might not be able to take back what you say next. Yeah. All right, Libra, that's what's going on right now. Hope it resonates. Hope it helps. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.